So there's a report going around from the hashtag show that Aquaman could show up in Wonder Woman 3. This is what they had to say about it. Wonder Woman 3 is currently in development and we're exclusively learning information about the plot details from the film. Before we get too excited, we should mention that this information comes from a very early script draft. Most fans know, but movies undergo rewrites often, even sometimes amidst filming. So while we're excited to share these details, know that they're in flux. Some plot critical elements are expected to carry over, some could change. Let's dive into what I know. What's the film about? We can exclusively share that the plot will take place in the present and focuses on Asteria finding Diana and recruiting her to help her find an old ally who's gone insane. This is Arion. Arion is a hero of both Themyscira and Atlantis and bridges the two worlds in a way. However, he goes insane. He wreaks havoc on Themyscira and has his sights for Atlantis. This also puts the two worlds at odds with each other, not dissimilar to how they are in the Flashpoint comics. While the first film was an origin film, and the second was about Diana accepting her responsibility, and the third film will truly make Diana a leader and someone who can indeed lead the Amazonians. Who else is and isn't in the movie? Wonder Woman will be joined by Jason Momoa as Aquaman, reuniting them after Justice League. When Arion decisively defeats Wonder Woman and further puts an alliance between the Amazons and Atlantis at risk, she goes to Aquaman to assist her. There's also talk in the script of Blue Beetle technology. While I did not see any overt reference to the Blue Beetle character in the script, there was a character named Jamie, who I suspect to be Jamie Reyes, Blue Beetle in the comics and the upcoming film. Notably absent from the screenplay was Chris Pine's Steve Trevor. Not too shocking considering that the character got some closure with Diana in Wonder Woman 1994, but there's not even a flashback or any other reference. Beware the dreaded rewrite. As mentioned previously, while these plot details are exciting, it's worth noting that the film is still in early screenwriting process. As a result, things can and often do change, although the most preeminent story beats are retained in most cases. In addition, some minor plot points may change as the film continues in the screenwriting process, but expect some things, Arion, Aquaman for example, will be retained through the various rewrites. So what's my thoughts on this? I think this is pretty interesting and also pretty exciting to see Jason Momoa's Aquaman and Wonder Woman team up for a movie. That's pretty cool. And we know of the history between the Atlanteans and the Amazonians in the past. They were at war with each other, which was actually mentioned in Zack Snyder's Justice League. And there's a very cool scene between Diana and between Arthur when they're at the gravesite, they're at the edge of the van, and they're talking about that battle and what it means in their culture in terms of, you know, if you're going to bring somebody back from the dead, you have to give up something like that. You know, so it is interesting. There's history between their two cultures, and it's going to be revisited in Wonder Woman 3 if this report is true. Now, this could be a way of DC trying to get a guaranteed win, because from their point of view, I don't fully agree with it, but, well, you can't argue against it. The financial success of Aquaman, which was $1 billion film, and Wonder Woman 1, which was a huge hit as well, those two movies are arguably the biggest successes for the DCEU. Now, I love Batman v Superman, Man of Steel, and Zack Snyder's Justice League, but the reception and the box office for Wonder Woman 1 and Aquaman 1 were pretty good. So putting the two of them in the same movie together isn't a bad idea whatsoever if the script is good. And going by this report, the script is interesting. This character, Arion, I don't know much about it, but he goes insane. He attacks the Amazonians, he attacks the Atlanteans, and causes a war between those two cultures again. And that will be interesting to see. And now Diana has to kind of fix everything with the help of Arthur. I think this could be pretty interesting. And with the possibility of these two characters appearing in the Flash movie as well, it looks like the DCEU is trying to be more connected than it probably was in Birds of Prey and Shazam and movies like that, where Henry Cavill's Superman didn't even show up for Shazam and Jared Leto's Joker didn't show up for Birds of Prey either, which I don't really like when you're trying to build a universe. So to see Wonder Woman 3 happen and to see Aquaman come into it, that's pretty cool. I really, really like that. I do. And also looks like they're taking some of the Snyder Cut as canon. And I do think the release of Zack Snyder's Justice League turned heads, Andy Muschietti with The Flash, Batgirl, Ben Affleck coming back, maybe Commissioner Gordon, J.K. Simmons is back as well. So I think heads were turned to use these characters, to use these stories, these teams that Zack Snyder was setting up. It won't be directly like he would have did it, but it's still cool to see the same actors involved, and hopefully the stories are good and interesting. But guys, what's your thoughts on this report that Jason Momoa's Aquaman is appearing in Wonder Woman 3? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Let me know below. Do you think this is canon because of Zack Snyder's Justice League? Interested to hear your thoughts. Thumbs up, subscribe guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.